mic is okay. She off your mic.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, yeah, yeah. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. This one not the off in mind. Oh, yeah, yeah. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. And in the touchlight every corner. Oh, yeah, yeah. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This man not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Aha. Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará yìí. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ.
Thank you so much for joining me. Good evening to you, good morning to you, good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun Live.
Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun diary. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun diary. Maiyegun diary Politico. Maiyegun diary. Godfather is.
Share the video. Invite your friends. Invite those who are not your friendly friends. And in particular, invite the Buharidins, the Buhari Didirins, the Buhari Dinotus, the Buhari Dijatus, and their family extended nuclear, the Cyberbarians, the Buhari idiots. Tag them. The Maiyegun today.
Maiyegun today. Maiyegun today. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun today. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun today. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun today. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun today. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun today. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun today. Ọba bá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun today. Níjó ìgbádìí yẹ.
and yes, like
Bayelsa belongs to Jigawa. The oil in Delta belongs to Jigawa. As long, yes, because we are called Nigeria today. So that's what I'm telling you. The oil belongs to us all. And we as Nigerians shall do everything possible to make sure we take that oil so that Jigawa people will have the oil as well. Will have the money of the oil. Anybody who thinks the oil of Bayelsa belongs to only Bayelsa is just deceiving himself. As long as we are in Nigeria, we will make sure that we have uninterrupted supply of oil so that there will be uninterrupted supply of money to Jigawa State. As long as we are called Nigeria. So of course we are not the same people. We have to understand that, look, I am a Fulani man, and Izo is different, Yoruba is different, but then God has made us to stay together. So why can't we attempt to stay together? And I honestly do not mind, even if we're going pathways. Let's sit on the table, around the table, and agree that, look, that oil of Bayelsa, Jigawa cannot have a share. No way. You know, I don't mind us talking like that. But as of today, that oil, we shall do everything within our means, everything with our blood, to defend our oil in Bayelsa. We will do everything possible to defend that oil in Bayelsa. It belongs to Jigawa State as well. You know, so that's what I want them to understand.
Thank you. Thank you.
and yes, like
Thank you so much for joining me. And if you have shared the broadcast, I'm going to say thank you to you as well. Yes, the Nigeria DSS, they came out to raise alarm about the new Caliphate that all of you have heard about even before now. But in their own way, usual way, they are raising alarm that ISWAP is about to create their own caliphate in Niger State. But let me give you the background of this. Few weeks ago, the news broke that over 500 communities in Niger State are now being controlled by the terrorists. That people in these communities, those who have not been displaced, so those who stayed back, have submitted to the authority of these terrorists. Shiroro, Kainji, all those areas, they have already infiltrated the entire area. And in fact, Nigeria has ceded the entire area to them. But DSS came out today to say, these people are planning. They are not planning. So when they said that today, you would expect that, okay, what are you now doing? It was in that same Niger State where they said Nigeria Air Force that they were doing surveillance, and the terrorists shot down 3 fighter jets within a year. This year alone, they've shot down 2. But there has never been any time, where we have heard of, the entire area has been cleared off. The terrorists have been arrested. Those who couldn't get arrested have been killed. No. What they did was to put no-fly zone in that part, or go on to negotiate with any of them with anti-aircraft gun. They have ceded power to them. They just want Nigerians to know that, well, if tomorrow you realize that there is a caliphate, don't be surprised. It is the work of the ISWAP. That aside, just today, Layamo came out to give response to Lagos State Judicial and SAS Judicial panel. And his usual way, he continued to deny and threaten, while those who stood as witnesses during the panel sitting have now been, subjected to state-sponsored attacks. Many of the witnesses, including members of their own panel, government-appointed panel, the members of that panel, they themselves have now been raising alarm over the threat, on the threat over their lives. So Laya Mohammed was giving a speech today, and I actually wanted to start from there. I'm also going to touch on that news that DSS told courts in Nigeria that they are working on extraditing Oloye Sunday Igboho from Benin Republic. There is absolute no truth to that news, but I will give you the background to it today, right? As we speak right now, apart from the diplomatic roadblock, diplomatic lockdown that Nigeria is using to hold the hand of Benin Republic as we speak, there is no legal standing between Nigeria and Oloye Sunday Igboho to warrant them to extradite him to Nigeria. But we're going to get to that. Let's start with this. Layamo talking about the NSAS report of Lagos.
We salute their courage and refusal to be cowed by the rampaging lynch mob that has been screaming blue murder since the report was released. We do not intend to bore you by rehashing details of the discrepancies, innuendos, inconsistencies, and errors in that report. They are already in the public space. Let us, however, point out some key highlights of such discrepancies, errors, omissions, etc. 1. The report threw away the testimony of ballistic experts who testified before it. The experts said inter alia in their testimony, and I quote, "The team finds that from the medical and data examined, including the timeline of arrival at medical facility and the nature of the injuries sustained by the victims who were taken to the 5 medical facilities, that no military-grade live ammunition, high velocity was fired at the protesters at Lekki toll gate on 20th October 2020 within the time frame of reference 1830 to 2034 hours. I wish to repeat. The team finds that from the medical data examined, including the timeline of arrival at medical facility and the nature of the injuries sustained by the victims who were taken to the 5 medical facilities, that no military-grade live ammunition, high velocity in bracket, was fired at the protesters at Lekki toll gate on 20th October 2020 within the time frame of reference, which is 1830 to 2034 hours. The report continued that the GSW gunshot wounds, injuries, 4 in number, between 1905 and 1945 hours, which were examined by the team, can be safely identified as being discharged by either low velocity caliber and or artisanal stroke 12 gauge firearms. Artisanal firearms are locally fabricated weapons. What is, however, certain, the report continued, is that at the military personnel deliberately fired military-grade live ammunition directly at the protesters, there have been significantly more fatalities and catastrophic injuries recorded.
The madman is reading their own handwritten reports. The same report that they took to Lagos panel when they sent the military officer to represent this, the military And he got there and he said he was not present at the Lekki toll gate. He was told. When they told them to produce the officers who led the soldiers to Lekki toll gates, they couldn't produce them. That is the same report that Layamo is relying and reading out there. He said a lot of things. I'm going to show you the other parts. Yeah? But Laya Muhammad has his own children. Okay? And just like Joseph Goebbels of the old Germany, the Nazi Germany, the propagandist chief or in chief of the Nazi Germany, who believed and used the power of media to sell lies and hoodwink majority of the people of their era. And how did he die? On record, he died by even killing his own entire children, 6 children. So when you see Laya Muhammad and the kind of job and dirty job that his kind would do just to protect evil, you see, as they say, if you carry somebody else's corpse, they always feel like the log of wood until you carry the dead body of somebody you know or you love, somebody, your family, your blood. Then you realize how heavy it is to lose someone. They care not. They care not. Bokwari and gang, they militarized southern Nigeria, especially southeast Nigeria. And the terrorists up north, they are running riots. Shiroro, local government area. Kainji, reserved area. These are prominent names when you talk about your electricity in Nigeria. Now, all that area you have there is now being controlled by terrorists. Sitting right here in my room, I'm going to try and take you to show you the area that Nigeria bought to Kano Jet 12. Nigeria took delivery of over 100 armored personnel carrier. But when you look at where they are preparing to use these weapons, they are in the southern Nigeria, southeast Nigeria, like what they are doing right now in our Umama in Imo State, right? They have all the weapons, but I'll show you the vast land of area that the terrorists have already taken over. And then when you look at those who are running towards 2023, I want to be president, I want to be this, you ask them, president of which country? The one that half of it is already in control of terrorists. That the same people who told us that government was killing them in 2015, it was government that was killing them. It was government that refused to protect them. The same people today are now shouting on Allah, 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 Subhanallah, Allah, Allah, inon lillahi wa inon lillahi rajiun. So which country, which Nigeria, what part of Nigeria are they actually, if you have any southern or anybody's running to be president, right? What part of Nigeria is, is he or she going to be president over? I'll show you something. Let me see if I can bring that up. Let's see. The area that's the DSS, the Aura Secret Service, claim that the Boko Haram, the ISWAP, they are going to launch and establish their caliphate soon, which they have already done. People are already paying taxes to them. What other caliphate are they telling us that they want to establish? Is it the one that they have already taken over 1,000 communities in the same Niger states? Anyway, this is what I found, right? Let's say this is Nigeria. If you can check that screen, yeah. Let's say this is Nigeria. Well, this is Nigeria, not that. Let me see. I'm going to get onto, I'll go to Niger states. Now, this is Niger states. Yeah. And the areas that the terrorists have taken over, right, is this place. One sec. I'm going to try and fix something on there. Let me make it bolder for you. Right. Now, you see this Kainji Lake National Park. Let me bolden that. You see this area? This Vobera Forestry Reserve. All these areas going into Kainji Shiroro. Yeah? Let me see if I can bring it further up for you. Now, you see all this forest area, yeah? They are now terrorist forest. They are not forests that you read about in geography anymore. All these places, reserved areas, all these forests, they have been taken over by terrorists. So if you get kidnapped anywhere along the Kaduna-Abuja Expressway or Niger, right, they will take you into this forest. Now, this is the territory. All this green patch. You see those green area? Here. Let's see if I can bring that up. People no longer go there without getting, what do you call it? Without getting kidnapped. And not just that. When I was playing about with this their map, yeah, I realized that Niger State actually share borders with Oyo State. No wonder all this area in Oyo State, Shaki, Igboho, Malete, all this old Oyo National Park, they have been taken over by Fulani, different Fulani. Now, when you see this forest here, I don't know if my hand can come to the screen, but don't worry. If you just check the top of my head, yeah, that's what I'm referring to. You see River Marsh Forestry Reserve, all those areas. So when you now begin to come downward, you are coming to Yoruba land, right? Kishi. Let's see if I can bring Kishi up. Kishi, a Yoruba land, also is very close to Niger State, the place the Caliphate will be springing up, as you have been told, yeah? Now, when you begin to come down, it will make sense to you why the people of Ibarapa, Ayete, Egongon, Igboho, downward, right, are victims of Fulani terrorism. You see all this area, Ayetoro, this Ayetoro, all these places are, about these areas are Yoruba land. They have already been infiltrated by the same terrorists that DSS says that are going to hoist their flag very soon, right? And we know that they've already hoisted the flag. So there's no point in pretending. We just thought we should remind you, for those of you who probably still don't think that the level of destruction, damages, division, corruption, and this murderous regime of Boko Haram, right, that will murder their own citizens and deny them and continue to double down. You see, everybody will have his own share. The more you try to deny, the more, right, the obvious will be showing up. And by the time you begin to understand how unsafe it has become, and also how collaborative your government is with them, when they raise alarm like that, you would expect them to what? To act. Yeah? When the Fulani terrorists, ISWAP, Boko Haram, when they attacked the Defense Academy in Kaduna, and they killed a major, killed another person, kidnapped others, yeah? You did not see the Nigeria military, yeah, go into the communities in Kaduna and start burning their properties and start destroying their houses and start killing people because terrorists came to attack them. They said unknown gunmen attack soldiers in Imo. Do you know what they did? The soldier that they attacked, right, got rescued, but they first declared that he died. But you know what happened after? The soldiers, Nigerian military, returned. When they returned, they decided to unleash violence on those businesses around there, people's homes, people's businesses, right? Burnt everything down. Just same way the terrorists would do. Because their soldiers are more vibrant, more agile, more stronger in southern Nigeria. In northern Nigeria, where the terrorists have the upper hand, where the government continue to say, come, we'll forgive you, come, you are forgiven, right? Terrorists too, they continue to kill their military. In the last 1 year alone, they said they have killed over 336 soldiers alone. Not police, not others. 336. But guess what? Yeah? They will never, ever cause arson or burn down properties in any part of northern Nigeria looking for terrorists who commit all this crime every day. I'm going to show you something. But before that, yeah, this happened at Awo Umama in Imo State. And as we speak, not be only Nigerian terrorists, they displace people. Not just the terrorists that are displacing people. Yeah? The Nigerian government, through their police, their military, they are doing even worse than the terrorists that you can imagine. Watch this.
Jesus. Hey! Hey! Jesus. Jesus. Hey! Hey! See this, God Almighty. See this bus shop. Oh my God. Hey! Hey!
Nigeria Army don't do forward junction. Look at what Nigeria Army don't do forward junction. Look at what Nigeria Army don't do forward junction. The whole junction is on fire. The whole Lawama junction is on fire. The whole Lawama junction is on fire. There's no corner of Lawama junction that is not on fire. God help us from this shame. Look at that one, the whole Lawama junction. Look at the Kenya shop don't burn. The whole thing from where they don't burn. Look at. You say one Nigeria, one waiting. One waiting. Waiting be one Nigeria. One waiting. One waiting. Look at. Hey!
Yes, that was done by the Nigerian military, Nigerian soldiers. They said unknown gunmen fire at them because they had a roadblock on that road. Unknown gunmen fire at them. They chased them. They didn't catch up with the unknown gunmen according to them, right? Then the next thing, they went back to their barracks and they, They reinforced. And they came back. When they came back, they started burning people's houses at that area, in that area. They started burning people's properties, burning people's shops, businesses, and all of that. But guess what? Since now the military burner, can you call the fire service? I mean, the fire service to come and put off the fire? There is no fire service to come and put off the fire when the government is the one burning your property. Even though there is actually no fire service, service anyway. There's a group called FEMA. FEMA. What's the full meaning of your FEMA? Federal Emergency Response. I don't know what you call them. Yeah. FEMA, they are supposed to be responding to disasters, mass disasters and all of that, things that got people displaced, to resettle them within Nigeria. Even FEMA workers, those who are working in that department, they themselves, they are not different from those who we can call beggars too. Because what should have been for the people they are working for, it's not even enough to feed their greed themselves. And in Nigeria, FEMA is for where? For northern Nigeria. Go and see the crime. No, it's not the federal. I'm not talking about the Federal Road Safety Corp, FRSC. No, I'm talking about FEMA, FERMA. They have a meaning. Federal Emergency Response Management Agency or something like that. I think that's what they are called. Government burning people's properties. Because that is exactly what they are doing in Eastern Nigeria. There are thousands of soldiers they have sent there. Thousands of repentant terrorists who they put uniforms on. But in northern Nigeria, the people, even those who are shouting the cyberbarians, they are victims of this whole collusion. Watch this. The credit to this video goes to Premium Times. They granted this interview when Boko Haram, ISWAP, released statement on those they've kidnapped, and they are government workers, NGOs, and they are giving them days. This is like trade.
Alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Sunana Muhammad Askira. Na yi aiki da Premier Commercial Bank a Maiduguri a da. Sojojin Khilafa sun kama mu ranar Asabar 6 ga watan Nuwamba shekara 2021 miladiya tsakanin garin Buratai da Yaji Buni. A yau 11 ga watan Nuwamba muna tare da su.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sunana Imran Muhammad Askira. Ina poultry da kuma contract staff a NDA. Sojojin Khilafa sun kama mu tsakanin Buratai zuwa Buniya ranar 6 ga 2021. Yau yadda nake magana nan ina tare da su ranar 11 2021.
Assalamu alaikum. Sunana Zakariya Azurkime, aikin UNICEF. A tashi daga Maiduguri zuwa Dambuwa tsakanin Sabon Gari da Wajiroko. An haɗu sojojin Khilafa ranar 3 ga watan Oktoba har zuwa yanzu ina hannun su 11 ga watan Nuwamba.
Assalamu alaikum. Sunana Yusuf Nasiru Kiro. Ina aiki road safety. Na tashi daga Kano zan je Maiduguri da ranar 2 ga wata, ran talata 2 ga watan nan da muke ciki na Nuwamba. Sojojin Khilafa sun kama ni a yanzu haka ina hannun su yau 11 ga watan Nuwamba 2020.
These are the ones that they kidnapped this month. And this is just from a faction of, among many other branches of these terrorists. You see all of them? They have job. Oh. They have things they are doing. Oh. We're traveling. The army of Anzaru, they kidnapped us. Now, they didn't make demand yet, Abi. Expect the demand now. So if they tell you that Nigeria is not for you, and you are jumping up for 2023, we ask you, which Nigeria are you going, are you coming to be president over? The one that Boko Haram has given half of to the terrorists already. Then they don't have money, but they have to take money from the rest of the country to fund their jihad and what have you. Which country are you coming to be president over? That's what I wanted to ask. What do you call it? That's what I wanted to ask this man before I just changed my mind. Again. Tifnumbu again. So he knows the president of where he's coming to be president of. No be my business. Now, not business. The what will concern me tonight again is that when DSS, your Daura Secret Service, went to court, do you know why or where that statement comes from? The statement of Igboho is undergoing extradition back to Nigeria. Do you know where that statement comes from, right? It is not a statement of facts. It was a statement made by the person who represented DSS in the case of Oloye Sunday Igboho versus Malamun, Boko Haram, Nigeria military, Nigeria DSS, where the courts in Ibadan, Justice A.L. Akintola, gave a judgment that DSS Nigeria must pay the Nigerian defense, they must pay 20.5 billion naira as damages to Oloye Sunday Igboho, and they must never harass him anymore, which simply means Oloye Sunday Igboho has no case in any court in Nigeria as we speak today until they manage to appeal that judgment. That appeal, they wanted to appeal that judgment of 20.5 billion. That was why the DSS representative in court in Ibadan said the reason why they cannot pay that money is because Nigeria declared Igboho wanted, and he is a fugitive that the Benin Republic they've arrested. And since Igboho is not in Nigeria, if they force the Nigerian government to pay 20.5 billion to Igboho for damages, Nigeria is going to go broke. I'm going to read it to you. That's what he said, though. That's what the guy said in court. And he said they are doing everything to extradite Oloye Sunday Igboho back to Nigeria, because it is when Oloye Sunday Igboho is in Nigeria that judgment can be implemented, blah, blah. All nonsense, by the way, right? But they were trying to defend the 20.5 billion that the courts awarded. Let me tell you the interesting part, When they were making that, when they're making that defense in court today, you know what in court, right? You know what the defense to Oloye Sunday Igboho, you know what he did? He said, my lord, our winning gbogbo nonsense, yo. This one not just excuses, oh. This court gave a judgment. These people have not fulfilled that judgment, oh. They are giving excuses, oh. This is the concept of court, oh. Now, after that, atotonu, after all those all those nonsense excuses of DSS, yeah, the court has to now say they need to bring CBN, Central Bank of Nigeria. They need to bring them to court to come and give reason why they should not give garnishee order against Nigeria and against Central Bank, that you kill person for this person house illegally. You declared him wanted, harassing him, and you have to pay him 20 billion. That was what brought about Igboho extradition to Nigeria. That is what their media in Nigeria picked. The DSS said we are working on extraditing Igboho. As we are watching this video, there is no court case where Nigeria is featuring as we speak. The first time that they arrested Oloye Sunday Igboho on the 19th of July in Benin Republic. The entire impression was that Nigeria declared him wanted, so Interpol stopped him. That was the whole idea. Then, when they got to court, oh yeah, Nigeria, bring your evidence. Igboho is here. You said we should arrest him. Now we have arrested him. Bring evidence of his crime. Nigeria didn't show up. Nigeria just walked in to say, you know what, don't worry, just give him to us, like Kenya did. Give Igboho to us. And since there is no legal extradition agreement between Nigeria and Benin Republic, as close as they are, there's no extradition agreement between Nigeria and Benin Republic. So it has become a diplomatic stalemate. Benin Republic can free Oloye Sunday Igboho and damn Nigeria, right? Or Benin Republic will continue to hold Igboho so that maybe they can have a leverage. Nigeria can give them something. Nigeria has nothing to give them. They know it. So where is the extradition arrangement? Where is that coming from? I'll read it to you. Don't mind me. I go read them word for word. According to the guy, his name, let me first find his name. They call his name Johnson Oluwole. That is the DSS officer that is representing DSS in court. Johnson Oluwole, a Yoruba man. Let that be on record, though. And according to him, he said, I'm going to read word for word, though. He kept using word fact. They are not facts. All right? But I'll read word for word. Where that extradition thing came from, that is making headline in Nigeria. It is absolute bollock, absolute rubbish. It has nothing that anybody can realize. It was an excuse given by these morons, these criminals, in order, because they have no way, nothing to hold Igboho on, right? According to him, he said that it is a fact that the applicant, Chief Sunday Igboho, has been declared a fugitive by Nigerian police force sometime in the month of June 2021. That it is a fact that the applicant was arrested on the July 19th, 2021, and he is currently in custody of Beninese security agents undergoing extradition procedure to come back to Nigeria. That is where that word extradition back to Nigeria comes from. But you and I, right, since you have been following the development in Benin Republic, have you heard that Nigeria has a representative in any of Igboho's case in Benin Republic? Have you read it anywhere, or have you seen anyone that says, I am representing Nigeria on how to extradite? Because somebody has to stand as a representative of Nigeria in the case. Shouldn't there be anyone? Aha, because there's none. But this is where the extradition comes from. A fraudulent statement they deliberately use and say, well, I'll read further. It said that it is a fact that one of the reliefs granted by the court is that respondents, which is the DSS and Nigeria, should pay the plaintiff, Oloye Igboho, Oloye Sunday Igboho, the sum of 20.5 billion naira. That it is a known fact that statistics have shown that the economy of the country is in a dire situation and is in the process of recovering from COVID-19 pandemic crisis. This is a DSS officer responding to court. Why? They cannot pay Igboho 20.5 billion naira. Are you following? This is a man saying that we cannot pay Igboho because Nigeria is broke from coronavirus. Economy is in, Also, he said that withdrawing the whooping sum of 20 billion from the country's accounts will adversely affect the smooth running of the country. Bukwari want to build 14-bed clinic for 22 billion. So paying Igboho that they killed people in his house is 20 billion will wreck Nigeria economy. That is what DSS told court. He also said that the applicant is under investigation by security agents for reasonable acts that is inimical to the corporate existence of Nigeria. Another excuse. There is nowhere that Igboho is under any investigation or under any kind of legal tangle or anything with anyone. None. It's a fabrication, right? But more excuses that until the applicant is extradited, charged, and either convicted or acquitted by a court of law, the payment of 20 billion might facilitate the allegations labeled against the applicant, whatever that even means. So they want him back in Nigeria so that if they charge him, if he wins, then they can pay him 20 billion. No. You can't do that. You've committed a crime that should have all of you jailed for murder. Yeah? So the first thing is that your agency will take a fall for it. Then your agency will produce all of you who try to kill Igboho and those who killed 2 people inside Igboho's house. Right? Now, said that until the applicant is extradited to Nigeria, the enforcement of the judgment, especially the 20 billion, will render a situation of helplessness on a positive judgment of the Court of Appeal. Rubbish. Appeal it. First, appeal. If you can't appeal it, then pay up. Don't let anybody tell you that Nigeria is working to extradite Oloye Sunday Igboho to Nigeria. Okay. People have asked me, what is the latest on Oloye Sunday Igboho? The latest on Oloye Sunday Igboho is that I'm not going to fabricate something for you simply because you probably want something. The most important thing is that he is alive and there are people who are doing all within their reach, within their power to maneuver those who are using their influence as Nigerian politicians and Nigerian political actors, the government and the rest of all those vested interests, using their diplomatic power to slow things down. So I'm not going to say, what do you call it? Igboho is going to be this or that. What I'm going to tell you is that with what we know so far, with what they have done, and with what the team working behind the scene, trying their best to get a better and a positive outcome of this, with what they are doing, I am so positive. That's why I said, Didun. But for the extradition and all these things they are talking about, right? If Igboho return to Nigeria, just know that he willingly agreed to go back to Nigeria. It's not because Nigeria has anything to extradite him. They have no means. If they have that power, they would have done it months ago. Just like they did with Kenya. They have no such power. Okay? So if Igboho return to Nigeria tomorrow, just know that he agreed, and there is an arrangement and a reason why he has to go back. But again, Nigeria has no hand. Nigeria has no any kind of influence in all of this, other than to continue to intimidate, to continue to try to twist the people of Benin Republic, the government of Benin Republic, right? Until when Benin Republic will wake up one day and say Igboho should continue his journey to Germany, and that will be it. So it would then be Benin Republic versus Nigeria, as long as Boko Haram and gang still hold the levelers of power in that place. The shameless people that kill innocent people, hide the truth, and then double down like this man.
We salute their courage and refusal to be cowed by the rampaging lynch mob that has been screaming blue murder since the report was released. We do not intend to bore you by rehashing details of the discrepancies, innuendos, inconsistencies, and errors in that report. They are already in the public space. Let us, however, point out some key highlights of such discrepancies, errors, omissions, etc. 1. The report threw away the testimony of ballistic experts who testified before it. The experts said for any person or entity to seek to castigate the federal government and its agencies or officials based on such unofficial and unvalidated report. The CNN has been celebrating the leaked report of the Lagos State Judicial Panel of Inquiry. In its rush to claim vindication, CNN apparently didn't even read the report before rolling out the drums in celebration. By that action, CNN has celebrated prematurely and has now committed a double faux pas. First, by relying on unverified social media stories and videos to carry out an investigation of the October 23, 2020 incident at Lekki, where it did not have a correspondent on ground. That was the first faux pas. CNN goofed in its report on the findings of the panel, which fell below the main standards of journalism. Secondly, CNN rushed to the air to celebrate an unsigned and unverified report as is riddled with inconsistencies, errors, discrepancies, and innuendos. That is the double faux pas by a news organization that is eager and willing to compromise standards just to claim vindication. Sadly, a section of the Nigerian media has also joined the lynch mob. Honestly, an attempt to vilify government at all costs. They have done themselves a great disservice. How can any news organization worth its salt write an editorial validating this kind of report? Are they not seeing what others, including journalists and lawyers, are seeing? In a shocking twist, a Nigerian newspaper chose to hail what it calls detailed investigation report by CNN, even when the news channel did not even cover the incident of October 20th, 2020. It is a classic case of cutting your nose to spite your face. Conclusions. Gentlemen, there's absolutely nothing in the report that is circulating to make us change our stand that there was no massacre at Lekki on October 20, 2020. I repeat, there is absolutely nothing in the report that is circulating to make us change our stand that there was no massacre at the Lekki toll gate on October 20th, 2020. For us to change our stand, a well-investigated report of the incident that meets all required standards and will withstand every scrutiny must be produced and presented to the public. The report in circulation does not meet those requirements. We also appeal to the families of those allegedly killed in Lekki at the Lekki toll gate to speak out and come forward. It's untenable to say that some families did not come out because they are afraid. With the same families that are afraid and did not come out, will they collect? Will it be morally right for them to come and collect compensation on behalf of their wards they could not even come out to testify for? Any parent who is afraid to testify about the death of his or her child is not worth to be called a parent. We reject the notion that our soldiers and policemen massacred innocent Nigerians at the Lekki toll gate on October 20, 2020. That conclusion is not supported by the weight of available evidence. Indictment for murder is a very serious issue that cannot be done on the basis of allegations and corroborations, as the panel did. Such allegations must be proved beyond a reasonable doubt. The report in circulation is calculated to embarrass the federal government and its agencies without foolproof evidence. The federal government has never condoned the abuse of the rights of Nigerians by security agencies under any guise. Hence, it disbanded SARS and encouraged states to set up the panels to investigate reports of human rights abuses allegedly committed by the disbanded SARS personnel. 37 policemen and 6 soldiers who died across the country during the end-SARS protests are also Nigerians, and they're human beings and should not be forgotten. Those who have engaged in premature celebration of the report in circulation should now go back and read it thoroughly and tell Nigerians whether it can pass any serious scrutiny.
Lórí burúkú ni láyé. Àwọn lórí burúkú tó yẹ pé wọ́n ti bá sáré ara wọn jẹ́ already. Àwọn lórí burúkú bàbá, àwọn bàbá òfò, àwọn bàbá àdánù. He's doubling down. That's what he's doing. Doubling down. He's asking for the families. If you go on, if not because of my time now, right? If we go on Google and you type in NSAS victims, interviews, go on to Google. You will see countless of interviews done by reputable media houses in Nigeria, interviewed victims, survivors, eyewitnesses, and all of them. Those who lost their family members, those who survived with bullet wounds and all of that. Oloye Muhammad is doubling down because you know what? Once you come out and they get to see you, they are going to come after you. They're gonna beat you. If you are lucky, they will beat you, injure you, end up in the hospital. They will kill you. They have started going after the... Now, this is where this is crazy, by the way, right? When the NSAS problem started, and it got to that night when they massacred hundreds of protesters, yeah? The government said, oh, we are now constituting panel. So, like as usual, we've constituted a panel. So, government started picking people. They selected the members of the panel. People didn't select them. It was the government because they said they wanted to find solution. The state governor, Suwe, that came out and said he was the one who invited the military, but he couldn't control them because of the power that are beyond him, power beyond him. That's what he said. So Suwe came out and he said they have selected member of the panel to do a thorough job, that they trusted them. Now government select them. The same government is now so sad that the panel is telling the truth. At least you can say people like us, our truth don't make us get too much confidence. That's why we say it anywhere, any day, anytime, what really happened, and show it to you. But the people that government put together to lie, they came back, they tell the truth, government said, oh no, they are lying. I'll read partly the reports where they indicted the Nigerian military and they recommended those criminals, those murderers who perpetrated the killings in Lagos, not just in Lagos, even when they finish with that of Lagos, they'll pick on the rest of places where the terrorists committed their murder during the NSAS protest. Yeah. So according to these parts of that report, I'm going to read, don't mind me, I'm going to take your time. Maybe another 15 minutes because I'm a slow reader. Sorry about that. Right? The report, in part, this is their conclusion. They're like, did the army come to the toll gate on the 20th of October 2020? Yes. The Nigerian army was at the Lekki toll gate troops were deployed from the 65 Battalion acting under 81 Division garrison, forming a mobile team to patrol up to Ekpe, Ibejuleki, Shangotedo, Badore, and other areas along the Lekki-Ekpe axis on the 20th of October 2020, as asserted in the testimony of Brigadier General Taiwo. The panel finds that the particular troop that visited the Lekki toll gate was from the 65 Battalion under the 81 Division garrison led by Lieutenant Colonel Bello. The panel finds that General Taiwo contradicted himself when he stated that the protesters were pelting soldiers with stones and bottles, when at the same time he said the same troops gave the protesters drinks, and he could not substantiate this allegation in the video he presented when he was cross-examined on the points. The person will come present video, soldier will come present the video. They call the questioner, if he defend him, he was contradicting himself. Not just that. From his testimony, General Taiwo, and under cross-examination, the panel finds that General Taiwo was not present at the Lekki toll gate at the time of the incident of October 20, which he claimed to have monitored on the internet. He monitored it on the internet. Panel therefore takes his testimony as limited to the operational guides of the deployment and the origin of the invitation of the soldiers of of Lagos state government, sorry. So they've established that Nigerian soldiers were there. Now, here is another part. The time they arrived, okay, they now said, did the Nigerian army use blank or live bullets or both at the Lekki toll gate, and did it result in casualties, including death? This is the findings. Hey, testimonies from witnesses on whether or not the army used blank or live bullets or both at the Lekki toll gate are divergent. The testimony from the Nigerian army indicated that they tried to persuade the protesters to leave the toll gate and go home in compliance with the curfew already imposed. The Nigerian army also stated that they later fired shots of blank bullets into the air in order to disperse the protesters. According to their testimony, there were no fatalities occasioned by their shooting at Lekki toll gate, and that only 2 persons fainted and were revived, and that at no time were live ammunition fired into the crowd. To buttress their testimony, the Nigerian army tendered in evidence the expended blank ammunition they fired into the air. They maintained that blank ammunitions do not have the capacity to cause bodily injury, let alone cause fatality. The evidence of Brigadier Taiwo on what transpired on the 20th of October 2020, when the army were deployed to Lekki toll gate, was hearsay, even as he made it clear he was not on ground at the Lekki toll gate on that said day. His failure to present the commanding officer, Lieutenant Colonel Bello, who was on ground, and Brigadier General Omata, who later joined him at the Lekki toll gate, is fatal to this account of what actually happened on the night of the 20th of October 2020. Brigadier Taiwo, why are they calling him Brigadier General? General Taiwo? Well, doesn't matter. Taiwo admitted that the troops deployed were carrying blank and live ammunition. A contrary testimony by witness of the NSAS protesters indicated that live bullets were fired by Nigerian army, and the empty shell casings of live bullets allegedly recovered from the scene were tendered in evidence by the witnesses of the protesters. Also, empty shell casings recovered by members of the panel during their visit to locals in Kuo. Testimonies from Radington Hospital confirmed that bullet injuries were treated at their facility. On and on and on about their bullets. Not just that, the part where police came after military left, and then the recommendations of the panel, including the sacking, right? Well, this is another part. The sacking of the criminals who committed the crime that Laya Muhammad is doubling down on. So let me tell you something, right? when all of you are putting petitions together all over the world, putting the names of the gang of criminals, working with Boko Haram, enabling the terrorism, and ensuring that misinformation of the people keep going on and on and on and on, so that more people will die, while they blame innocent people for their failure, so to say, right? Please add Laya Muhammad's name. Oh, Laya Muhammad, that is flying. You will see him in France today. You will see him in Washington tomorrow. It looks like an international alimajiri. So you will see him everywhere, dressed in his agbada and his suit, wearing two together. You see him everywhere. So his name should be put on that list, because that was what happened to Joseph Goebbels when Hitler committed suicide in the bunker. According to history, he handed over to Goebbels, because it was Joseph Goebbels that told Hitler, right, to start preparing for what later became that war, the religious persecution, anti-Semitism, and so many other things that coupled the period of the propaganda of these people they are less human than this kind of people. If you are this color, or if you are from this place, then if you are this, you know what I mean, this discrimination, okay, and militarization of Germany. Then, right, it was the idea of Joseph Goebbels. So, and when Hitler handed over to him for one day, he was the leader of Germany for one day before he then poisoned his 6 children. Right, then also committed suicide with his wife. 8 of them died in the bunker. Laya Muhammad doesn't have to poison his children, okay? Laya Muhammad's name should be added to the name wherever you see Malamu, wherever you put Buhari, wherever you put Malawi, wherever you put Isa Pandemic, what's that guy's name? Wherever you put all the names of the terrorists working hand in hand, protecting and committing this state-sponsored terrorism today, protecting terrorists and committing state-sponsored terrorism today, please put Laya Muhammad's name there. He is doubling down in a crime that is the same guy who came out when they said, now that you have Nnamdi Kanu, what are the crimes of Nnamdi Kanu? And he said, Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of IPOB, is wearing Gucci, is wearing designer clothes, is flying private jet, is flying in first class, is sleeping in presidential suits, using the money he's making. They're like, how is that a crime? If he is living like that, Layamo, what does that have to do with Nigeria? Did he steal the money from Nigeria, or did he collect any of your contract and then run away with your money? How is that a crime? As we're asking you, why are you holding him, and what do you want to do to him now? Then they said, well, he called Boko Haram idiots. Really? It is the same Layamo. That's what they do. They use the same media. And now, the idea of Joseph Goebbels back then was that, to make sure that they control the media. It was the first time, right? Back in the days, so it was the first time that a political organization, right, will use the print and radio to really promote propaganda, like lies, pure lies, things that, you know what I mean now, like they are not real. Are you with me now? For example, the mentality that you have in Nigeria today, in northern Nigeria, where an average Buhari idiot, an average cyberbarian in northern Nigeria, right, hates the Biafrans with passion, hates Oloye Sunday Igboho and the Yoruba nation with passion. And you will be wondering, why would the Kabiru from Sokoto is not so worried about ISWAP in Sokoto? Why is this Safiriyu from Zamfara not so concerned about the killings and kidnappings in Zamfara? But he's so concerned and happy that soldiers are killing innocent people in Olu, killing innocent people in Zombe, killing innocent people in Owa Umama, killing innocent people in Obigbo and every other places they can see. Going out there, right? Seeing that innocent people are being hunted down in Yoruba land. And when they read it, you are wondering, like, why are they so passionate about that? It is because they have succeeded in implanting in their brains that in Nigeria, some are more Nigerian than the others. And in this regard, if you are from southern Nigeria, that's why it is so shameful for those who call themselves the Buhari idiot from southern Nigeria. And they will say, yes, I'm a Buhari Didere, I'm a Buhari Din. If you know what shame is, yeah, even though they say they can't shame, you can't shame the shameless, right? If you know what shame is, right, you will first look at how do they even see you. They call you infidel for a reason. You see them on social media, passionate. But whenever the terrorist strikes, when the terrorist kidnap, when the terrorist kills, you will be seeing them typing, "Inon Ilayi, Inon Ilayi, Inon Ilayi." But when the news says the Nigerian military, they have started killing people at Zombe, you will see Abdullahi come there, kill all of the IPOB. They are the problem of Nigeria. Then you ask yourself, why is IPOB a bigger problem to somebody from Sokoto? Why is Igboho and the Ibarapa problem more of a problem to somebody from Zamfara, from Borno, the places where people are already paying taxes to terrorists? It is the mentality that they have managed, the mentality, the idea of Nigeria that the likes of Laya Muhammad, they have managed to build over time. And Laya Muhammad is doing overwork, doubling down. So look at me very well. I know it, that this little I am doing, speaking out, is because I know that Nigeria issue is torn by, as long as Nigeria exists, none of us is safe. Whether you support Nigeria, whether you don't support Nigeria, Nigeria is a country that will kill you and deny you. First, Nigeria will kill you, deny it, then blame you. And Nigerians, they will join them and blame you until they become victims themselves. And it's pretty much like we are just victims waiting to happen. As long as Nigeria still exists, 5 years, 10 years, I may be living outside Nigeria. Many of us are living outside Nigeria. But tell me, right? Every now and then that you get tempted of visiting Nigeria, what is that first thing that crosses your mind? Your safety, isn't it? Yeah? So which means somehow, you will still want to go to Nigeria. 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20, 30, as long as Nigeria exists. None of us is safe. And every day that you think, because this is what I'm doing, because every day that you think that maybe this is going to be wished away, maybe if somebody come tomorrow now, it will clear the whole thing away and all of that, the whole thing will just disappear. That was what they told them when they were bringing Bokwari and APC. Today, some of you are just waiting to say, make them just finish, make them just come out, as if to say you have any say or any control to get them to come out. So you have to deal with this, live with it. Whether you want Biafra, you want Yoruba nation, you want Southern Nigeria, you want a referendum, you want a new constitution, restructuring, regionalism, whatever you want, you are stuck with this. The only thing that can actually break it up completely is a revolution. But again, they have told us, right? It will be spontaneous. So those of us who speak up, we are speaking up because we have the chance of speaking up now. Before our own case will become the example. You remember that Maiyegun? Say, yeah, that guy with the UK. They don't kidnap him. No. Maiyegun, that guy with the way they talk all the time, with that guy with the YouTube. They don't kidnap him. You don't mean it. Which Maiyegun? Where's my phone? You mean this guy? About they don't kidnap him on the way on Shaki or your road. The guy de Nigeria ni. He call Nigeria. Then swear for the guy ni. No be the guy they talk about this insecurity. What he can't do for Shaki? Baba, they don't kidnap. Fulani don't grab him. Baba, he don't finish. Don't be so. That is to tell you that nobody is safe. They say, the kidnapper, he go one farm for Bulu for one farm. Now from that farm, he enter Shaki. No be for Shaki, there is no travel. Now for farm, he go one farm for a village. That is the reason why some of us say what we, because we can see the collusion, the collaboration between the government who should curb this terrorism, punish the terrorists enough, at least to cut it. We can see their collaboration with them. Enablers they are. And what do you want me to say? Yeah, my friend, shut up your mouth. Yeah. You don't like Tifnumbu. Should I like Tifnumbu? Somebody that said, where is the cow? They killed the daughter of the leader of Femi Fani. Leader of Femi Fani. That kind of thing, you are supposed to see serious political. Leader of Femi Fani, PDP, APC, everybody supposed to be mad. Tifnumbu went there and he was asking them for where is the cow? Where are the cows? And so some of these on-boot slaves, obedient fools, sophisticated morons, especially these Lagos Abobakus, say they don't kidnap that boy. They go kill him. You will see some people, they will come on social media, they will say, I pray they kill that boy. Some people will be like, oh boy, this one feel be jazz. So that Maiyegun no get sense. Don't say that. At least he only came home to come and do. You the craze, Maiyegun, the one where they analyze things for us, the one where they open satellite. That guy where they bring video of things where they say even people where they live for that area, before they know what happened, Maiyegun don't hear them. Tell us. The guy can't call Nigeria. Can't they do it? About forget Jari, that guy no get sense. But made them kill himself. You will be reading all of that on social media. So the reason, what I'm trying to say here is that none of us is safe. So if you hear me speaking out, so waiting be your business self, you day UK, day your UK, day your day. That means I have been confined. Nigeria confined me to exile. Baba, if you don't like this Nigeria like this, day your UK like that, that's the verdict. I'm asking for safety. I'm asking for freedom. I am asking for something that I shouldn't even be begging for. A place called home that is no longer home. And I am not yet a victim. Yeah? But before I become a victim, I decided to have my video now go to share. They say, all of you, when they watch my video, all of you who said my videos are too long, you now go can't get into. They don't kidnap that boy. Maiyegun. They said they made them go bring 100 million. 100 million. So they go kill him tomorrow. You can't do my video. Imagine you watching my video, me speaking for Fude, and saying nakara na ka dede rambara randa dede like that.
Wa barakatuh. Sunana Muhammad Askira. Na yi aiki da Premier Commercial Bank a Maiduguri a da. Sojojin Khilafa sun kama mu ranar Asabar 6 ga watan Nuwamba shekara 2021 miladiya tsakanin garin Buratai da Yaji Buni. A yau 11 ga watan Nuwamba muna tare da su.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sunana Imran Muhammad Askira. Ina poultry da kuma contract staff a NDA. Sojojin Khilafa sun kama mu tsakanin Buratai zuwa Buniya ranar 6 ga 2021. Yau yadda nake magana nan ina tare da su ranar 11 2021.
Assalamu alaikum. Sunana Zakariya Azulkime, aikin UNICEF. A tashi daga Maiduguri zuwa Dambuwa tsakanin sabon gari da wajiroko an haɗu sojojin hilafa a ranar 3 ga watan Oktoba har zuwa yanzu ina hannu.
We will pray, say, they no go kill them all. May God no allow me then kill them all. But I saw that go show my video. I'm saying this to you because some of you, it's so convenient for you to say you love Nigeria from abroad. You see all these things we are talking about, all these killings, state-sponsored killings, and all this stuff, right? There are victims. They are human beings like you. People who also have dreams, even under their condition, whatever it is, they also have dreams. They have hope. They have aspiration. They go to bed at night, thanking God that today was okay, to some extent that they were still alive. But when they get killed, and Nigeria use them as statistics, and you sitting down there in your comfort zone in America, comfort zone in the UK, and everywhere you all found yourselves, where you and Nigeria have pushed you to, or pushed us to, right? From your comfort zone, you are now doing patriotic Nigeria. Some of you, you are so heartless that you went to Nigeria in 2015. You spent your money to pay people to bring this Bukwari to power. In 2019, you doubled down. When you voted in 2015 and mobilized people to vote for APC, with your money, you rushed back to where you came from. Then lash them for 4 years. They can't choke. People can't scream. Every small thing, people they para. Every small thing, people they angry. What's in that? It's na hunger. Baba na hunger. Everybody they hungry. Shakpa day. Some of you bought ticket again. 2019. You traveled back to Nigeria. You paid people to return the same murderous criminals. Then you flew back to your Canada, flew back to your America, back to London. And you are now looking at everybody on the internet. And you are doing patriotic Nigerian from abroad. Don't worry. Shebi, you dey make small money where they buy tickets. And if you go do big man, there are more poor people in Nigeria now. You have more people who are poorer in Nigeria now, all thanks to your change and next devil. So you can buy ticket and go to Nigeria and do a big man, a big woman, auntie, sister, mommy, and all of those title they give to you, uncle, and all of that. What I'm telling you is that you see all these kidnappings, all these people you are seeing their videos, they were people who survived until now. But this November, they are now with the Ansaru. And the people in Ansaru, they don't care where you come from. If you pass through their territory, because they control the place now, right? If you like, speak American English, speak Queen's English, speak whatever you want to speak in tongue, speak Arab or whatever you've learned so far. Now that language could just make you more valuable. They will just say, oh boy, we don't find the multilingual assets. When did they collect 10 million from other people? You see that big man you want to go and do in Nigeria and you end up in their hands, maybe that will be your day. You will meet your own reality and you can then tell yourself, say, oh boy, if I save from this thing, I will never do this patriotic Nigeria anywhere in my life again. That is what many of you will witness. But you see, as I'm painting the picture for you, it will be everyone's time, as long as we continue to indulge them, right? Everybody. Oh,
gbogbo ala máa jẹ breakfast. Àsìkò tó ní kálukú máa jẹ tiẹ̀ ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ni. Summa billah.
Gaskia. Some people said I should let them phone in tonight. No, don't worry. You are going to, I'm off tomorrow. Okay. I'm not working tomorrow. I'm not working on Thursday. So, and guys, I'm actually getting to that point where I'm going to take a break at work. there's this particular training I want to go for. Okay, very expensive, right? So I'm paying for that, and I'm going to need a break where I'm going to be able to study, then have time to talk to you more. So I'm going to stop working from December. Yeah, the second week of December. I'm going to have some break and get straight into my studies. And then maybe we'll see how that goes anyway, okay? So I'm off tomorrow. I'm off day after. We will likely have a phone call in tomorrow. Get the People's Parliament on as well, where everybody can just see, we'll see our faces. We'll do something. But if you're just joining this broadcast, right? Yeah, just rewind this and you can watch it from the beginning, okay? Those they told you are coming. They are already there. What DSS told you about Oloye Sunday Igboho is not true. And at the same time, the people who looked away, where terrorists are called businessmen in northern Nigeria, with all the weapons they said they have received from America, have you seen them use them against these terrorists who continue to wax stronger and stronger, taking over military bases and cutting away weapons? No. But have you seen the damages and the wreck they are there? I mean, the damages they are wrecking in Imo State as we speak by the Nigerian military, displacing people where they are burning their properties and everything, right? Yes. Watch the video from the start if you can. And I'm going to see you some other time. My friends on Facebook, Badero, I heard that you can now tap something called the stars on Facebook. I don't even know what that means, right? But if you are very used to it, yeah, I heard that it is pretty much like the super chat or the super sticker, whichever one you tapped on, right? Let me say thank you to you because I just read the comment on Facebook now, okay? I'm going to see you some other time. Like that video, share it if you haven't, like it and subscribe on my YouTube channel because I'm going to see you some other time. Stay safe and good night.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Òkúrọ̀ olóṣèlú. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.